Hello again, everybody. This is Tuffy, and we have a special guest in this video. His name is Brad Butterbean Brobston. He is a local player here in Iowa. He's a good friend of mine, and yeah, so
How's it going, everybody? This should be an obvious pick, just real fast.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna go through a quick M14 84.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and P1 the Flames of the Firebrand, obviously. The other good cards in this pack are Pacifism, which white is pretty mopey in this set, so I don't generally go for it too much. Black is one of my favorite colors. Obviously, mono black mid range. I got a bunch of those videos up. So, Pitchburn Devils is pretty good here too. Hopefully we can wheel it, but we probably won't. We can also just splash Flames. So we're kind of still staying open here with this pick. Right, and then we get past a Lifebane Zombie. What do you think here, Brad? Lifebane?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a snap pick here, but
Yeah.
that's also a second Pacifism we're passing though. So somebody's gonna have double Pacifism. Who's ever ballsy enough to play white. There's also a Blightcaster and an Ultra's Reap, so black looks pretty deep here. Messenger Drake is a notable blue card, so we're gonna go ahead and take the Lifebane Zombie. If Lifebane wasn't in the pack, snap pick the Blightcaster. So,
I like that.
all right, unanimous pick.
Yeah, one of the most. Yeah, Lifebane Zombie for sure. Lightcaster is just one of the most solid uncommons in this set.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also, I'm a pretty big fan of the Angelica Court deck.
Oh, sure.
That's only really if I like P1 or get a whatchamacallit, trading post.
Yeah.
So, all right, what are you thinking here?
Here I'm thinking Marauding Maulers. He's a good, efficient creature for low cost. The Claustrophobia is a really good card. Ring Flesh is pretty good. There's definitely some black cards in this pack for us. I haven't seen any red that we've shipped around, so I don't know if maybe somebody's.
Well, I mean, this is still only pack 3, but yeah, the Marauding Maulers is probably the pick here. It's also the only red card in the pack.
Yeah.
The Claustrophobia wouldn't be bad either, because I mean we could be blue-black splashing flames, which is fine. But yeah, I don't mind the Marauders, so I wouldn't blame anybody for going with a Claustrophobia there either. Alright, so my vote this pack is Act of Treason. The black-red sack deck is really, really good. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, when you've got, I like Act of Treason, Blood Baron and Vampire Warlord and Ultra's Reap, turn that into a removal spell. And Ultra's Reap is just super card value.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, I think there's probably a black player like next to us, or next to the player by us. So we might not get too much black, which makes corrupts worse for us if we pick up any of those, or if we have a chance to pick up any of those. And then also, like, one of the reasons why also is because of the 2/3 that whenever you play an enchanted creature gets -2/-2. Yeah, they're gonna definitely take the dark favor there. All right, what are you thinking?
Here, I like the Ring Flesh, but I almost think we need to get the creature.
My only problem with taking the Child of Night is Child of Night is actually just like really kind of mopey, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I said I mean personally I like the Ring Flesh.
Yeah, I think the Ring Flesh is actually the pick here. Elixir would be okay. Like Elixir is actually really good in like the Bog Brew version of the deck, but right now we don't have a bog brew, so and we definitely don't want to take the elixir, thinking that we could possibly get that deck. It's better to just go ahead and take the ring flesh here. So, all right, there's another elixir, but there's also a blur sliver, so that gets my vote. How about you?
Yeah, I like the blur sliver.
So we'll take that. There's nothing else really in this pack for us. The blue player is kind of got to be, okay with taking the train condor. So yeah. Well, there's really only one card here that we can take, which is the child. If we took that, if we were in blue, I don't know. I think our deck might be a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think we might have committed to the Life Bane Zombie a little bit too quick. But yeah, it's alright. So child it up.
There's always 2 more packs.
Yeah. If Child of Night wasn't in this pack, I would actually probably take the Negate or the Smelt. Smelt would be a sideboard card for us, but you can pick those up all day. Negate is a sideboard card for another deck. I like taking the sideboard cards for other decks more than I do the main deck cards, because you want other people to make their decks, but you don't want them to have like the good sideboard cards against you, which Negate isn't too bad against us. So I'm thinking Pitchburn Devils here. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I really like Pitchburn Devils, but I do love me some Festering Nukes. But yeah, I think Devils is probably just the better card.
If we had the Cauldron, I think Newt would be pretty close there.
This is pack 1.
Yeah, this is pack 1, but I mean, we might be able to wheel that other Pitchburn Devil since this one was so late.
Yeah.
So, hopefully. Alright, honestly, here, I'm thinking Angelic Wall.
It's either that or just take the rare.
Yeah, I mean, we could just take the rare. Angelic Wall's actually not bad against us.
No, it's not bad, but
I mean, it kind of does mess with the whole Act of Treason thing, so I think Angelic Wall here is fine.
Dragon Hatchling.
Excuse me. You think the Hatchling? I think so too.
Yeah,
unanimous pick, easy pick. Next. Demolish is also like another sideboard card for us, but it's still not very good.
There's really not any lands that you're worried about blowing up. Well, I guess neither will.
We really don't want to play Hatchling, I don't think. But,
yeah.
That's surprising. Dark Favor wield, because what's that 2/3 again?
The Blightcaster.
Yeah, Blightcaster. Because the Blightcaster wasn't in this pack, I don't think. It was in pack 2. This would be. Oh wait, no, was it in this pack?
Yeah, this is the one that wheeled in.
No, I'm the Blightcaster.
No, he wasn't in that pack.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody had picked the Blightcaster and then shipped the.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. Vile Rebirth isn't too bad. So, if somebody wants to play Tomb Scour, go for it. We'll just take the Smelt here, sideboard, and we'll pass the Soulmender. I like doing that, just passing the really crappy cards, hoping that the person's playing it next to us.
Yeah, unless he's the person with like 3 Angelic Chords and
tons of life gain.
Yeah, because we've seen those before.
Yeah. All right. I think we're both probably looking at the same card. That could have been the 3rd pacifism, by the way.
Yeah. But I do think it's a Liturgy of Blood.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Hopefully we will something like a Raiders, preferably Shock, but that ain't gonna wheel. Altars of Reap 2 is another card that we wouldn't mind wheeling, and Fire Shrieker wouldn't be bad either. This pack has a few playables in it. I mean, the only cards that aren't really playables are essentially just the Shadowboard Apostle and the Merfolk Spy. I mean, everything, I would definitely play in a deck. So, and Plummet for a sideboard card. So, yeah, this is not a bad.
Not too ashamed
I mean,
to say.
Guardian of the Ages isn't very good, but I guess it's good in like a slow control deck maybe. But yeah, definitely Liturgy. Well, I guess we just follow it up with another one.
Yeah.
So, one thing that I like about M14 is that there's like almost every card is playable. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, well, I mean, looking at this pack, the staff obviously isn't playable.
Well, if you were like mono green, you might play it.
I wouldn't. But in every other card, Vile Rebirth, I would prefer to have in a deck. But the Spider, the Shortcutter, the Talons, Dawnstrike Paladin, Predator Sliver.
Blessing is pretty unplayable.
Yeah.
I guess if you were like mono white, maybe, but still, it's not preferable. But yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the next pick. Well, we could get Newty with it, or we could just take the Shiv's Embrace.
I like the Shiv's Embrace.
Yeah, I like it too. We don't really have any reason to go Newt yet. We actually don't have any sack outlets yet, which it's pretty early in pack 2 anyways, but we definitely want to pick up a couple of those. So
yeah, Blood Baron is pretty high priority right now.
Yeah, Blood Baron. There's also the 5-drop Vampire, which is fine. Maybe a Cauldron. So, well, I actually like the. I almost like the Battle Sliver here because we do have the Blur Sliver. But
I agree, but I like them all.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like Maulhorn, it probably just takes that spot. So, unanimous.
Yep, snap pick.
All right, next, and we got some picks here. Shiv's Embrace is obviously really good, but I think it's Mark of the Vampire. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Pitchburn Devils, I wouldn't mind getting another one of those, but I mean, Mark of the Vampire works really well with, our Marauders, so, but yeah, maybe, we're not going to wheel anything, that'd be nice, but I think, 7 other picks, the next 7 picks would be Pitchburn, Newt, Blur, Shiv's Embrace, Advocate, Condor,
Let's just put it this
Guile.
way: Forest and Suntail Hawk.
Yeah, Forest and Suntail Hawk. Well, there's a Shortcutter or Ring Flesh. What do you think?
I actually like Shortcutter.
Okay. I can see that. I mean, Ring Flesh isn't bad either. I kind of think Ring Flesh is a little better, but we only have 7 dudes.
I mean, this is your draft. I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, I like Shortcutter. It's a card that can let you, kind of get in an alpha strike.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Shortcutter's a big. We only have 7 dudes too, so
yeah.
we're getting to be in the mid picks now. Wow. Okay. There is 5 cards that I wouldn't mind picking here, but there's 2 cards that I definitely want to pick. Well, Firecat would be the third one, but Gnawing Zombie and Deathgaze Cockatrice would be the top 2 picks. I think it's the Gnawing Zombie. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the Gnawing Zombie. It's a sack outlet.
Yeah. So we have 1 sack outlet. So let's see if we can get this deck together.
It's looking really good. I mean, and you're in pack 2, and looking solid.
Pack 2 with 17 playables. A couple cards that I don't really want to play, but yeah, I think we wouldn't mind a big horse. What do you think?
No. Them are 2 pretty big axes there.
Wait, no, that's not really a horse. That's a
fucking Minotaur.
yeah.
which there's actually now a lowered for Minotaurs.
Yeah. So that pretty deep P2, P1 pack turned into a pack with a Guardian, I guess. I mean, I don't really think we'll play it, but...
I don't think we're going to play it either, but illusionary armor is just going to help you out if they play it on.
Yeah, it's armor isn't really like a sideboard card, and I mean if somebody main decks it, we're fine. We have plenty of cards at target so far. So
that's the best removal spell in the game.
I think we just go ahead and take the crappy Divine Favor. Well, it's not actually crappy. It's actually more playable in this format than I think.
I just think it's fortified, personally.
I mean,
but
like it could be, but Divine Favor also helps people block with block the Marauding Maulhorn.
Yeah, I like the size of the stomp.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and take the stomp.
That is no more.
I mean, we can actually board in the stomp, so yeah. Shrivel, sideboard card.
Yeah. Screw over the young pyromancers.
I guess we can take another Blur Sliver. That'll make our second one.
Yeah,
so,
it's another
we'll just take the Merfolk. Alright, so we have some sideboard cards. We have, some main deck cards.
Second Flames or a third Liberty.
That could have been a fourth Pacifism.
Could have been a fourth Pacifism.
Yep. I think we're...
With the Plague Caster.
Yeah. I think it's just the Flames. What do you think? There's, we have Red's best common. And then we have one of Black's top 5 commons. So, it's like one of the. It's basically a sorcery Doomblade. So, I can't say it's better than Doomblade, but it's pretty close to being as good. Yeah.
And it has been relevant to me before.
Well then.
Well,
win condition. So yeah, we get pretty lucky. Get past the Shivan Dragon. Not much else here. Green's got a couple cards here. Blue's got a Phantom Warrior. We might wheel a Duress, which wouldn't be
short cutter.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna play 2 short cutters though.
I like short cutter more than I do Child of Night.
I don't actually. I mean, maybe if we had more Maulhorns. But we do have quite a bit of removal and not many dudes yet. So
there's a Warlord.
Yeah, that's a sack outlet. I wouldn't mind getting maybe like a Thunderstrike. There's another Baloth for green. In my experience, I've drafted the set a lot, and green just doesn't seem like it gets there.
Yeah, what tends to happen is you end up with advocates and no beasts.
Or beasts and no advocates, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
It's just the draft alone. Like, that's not... Oh, there's a Blood Baron.
Yeah, there's a Blood Baron, but, I mean, we don't really have many many cards that we want to sacrifice anything with. You know what I mean? Like, we only have one Act of Treason. Abomination probably isn't going to be main deck, so is that. And, I mean, is there anything else that you feel like, there's nothing that really encourages us to sacrifice. I like Shock more than I do the Blood Baron. What do you think?
I personally like Blood Baron.
Okay.
I mean, Shock shot. I just, in my opinion, I think with double flames, double liturgy, and ring flush, I think you're pretty good on the removal. But
well, you can never have too much removal. My vote's on Raider. What do you think?
yeah, he's I like him. He's able to filter cards out that you don't want.
Yeah. The evasiveness is really good. Also, we have
Yeah. Mark for the Vampire is really good on him.
yeah, we have Mark and Dark Favor. So
Ultras, in my opinion.
yeah, I like Ultra's Reap here. There's nothing else that we really want. I think somebody probably has a good sliver deck that's sitting by us. We passed multiple the muscle sliver green guys, so yep.
That's a big Wallhorn.
Yeah, that's our third Mulhorn. Definitely don't mind that. Corpse Hauler would be the
I'm
other
kind of hoping
pick.
you see that shortcutter now, though.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Shortcutter actually wouldn't be too bad here. So, hopefully we will it. Another Dark Favor.
Is that a foil negate?
That's a foil negate.
I will just say take that since you have a foil negate.
Well, I mean, like, there's actually playable cards
I
here.
don't see you play Dark Favor.
I see us possibly playing Wild Guess. We're pretty heavy red.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind playing, like, one random Wild Guess.
I just don't think you're gonna have the room for it, personally.
Well, I don't know, like, maybe not. Planar Cleansing.
I would just take that away from the person and you shit 6 fucking.
It was 4 pacifisms,
Whatever.
and I didn't ship them all the same way. I shipped 3 the same way.
Okay.
There was 2 in pack 1.
I'm telling you, the guy directly left to us is laughing at us right now.
I don't think so. He's playing white.
Hey, with 3 pacifisms and a planar cleansing, I'd be feeling pretty good playing white.
Alright, we'll take the cleansing, whatever. I think it's dress here.
Yeah. There actually, in my opinion, is an argument for lava axe.
Really? I guess if we're dealing...
It's a one-of in this style of deck, just as an over-the-top finisher.
Yeah, but it's so mopey if you start with it in your opener.
Shivan Dragon is mopey if you start with it in your opener.
No, it ain't. It gives you something to play to. Like, Shivan Dragon's a win con.
Lava Axe gives you stuff.
It's just like when you would play Cruel Control, you don't mind having an opener with Cruel Ultimatum in it because, well, that's something to play to. I mean, it's almost like an effective, mulligan, but still. Thunderstrike. We have multiple creatures, so yeah, we'll just take the Rod of Ruin. Blur Sliver that we probably won't play. Alright, so now on to deck building. This is going to be fun. Also, some people may notice this, but and some people may not, but generally I like to build my deck while drafting by hiding cards, etc. So when building, it goes pretty quick. We're just gonna put the cards in that we know we're playing for sure, and then go on with the rest. Alright, so would you agree that we're for sure playing all of these?
Yes, I agree. We were playing all of these colors.
Okay. We do have 3 enchantments. Dark Favor, which isn't the greatest on Child of Night, but the Shiv's Embrace is actually pretty saucy on it. Mark of the Vampire, nah. But yeah, I think we're definitely playing Child of Night, and then maybe like a Blur Sliver, so that gives us 12 dudes.
Yeah.
If we had like 13 dudes, maybe I would play the Thunderstrike. But we'll board that in against other aggressive decks. So, do you have any comments?
I don't know. I guess I almost don't like Alter's Reap in this.
You don't?
Like, I almost want another creature over Alter's Reap.
I mean, Alter's Reap, I think, is actually pretty good when, with like a Child of Night, once, your opponent plays like a 2/3 or something and you can't deal with it.
Child of
Yeah. Also, we have an Act of Treason and we have Pitchburn Devils. So, and card drawing is going to be pretty sweet for us because we're drawing into so many like high impact cards.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll see you guys in round 1.